We sound good.
We do.
We're good at this.
We are.
I listened to episode 1 yesterday.
Are you serious?
I know people love it when we just talk about how podcasts started out.
Yeah, Inside Baseball, right here on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
That's it. We're officially out of things to talk about.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. 4 out of 5 teachers use this podcast as part of their Scared Straight program. Here are your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 316, and you guys are in for a thrill ride.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
I've started to shave regularly.
Yeah, I did have to.
And I didn't normally. I used to go for the scruff because I heard that the scruff.
It's sexy.
It's sexy and stuff.
The ladies dig it.
I'm going for the smooth moose move.
On the face?
On the face.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I know because you always your
head region,
the dome is always shiny.
So I've kind of
and
made them
smooth
match, and I think I figured out what it is. It's because I'm outside a lot more now that it's getting summery.
Yeah.
I don't have a tan, but I'm generating some color. Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know what color means. Yes.
And I feel personally that I present better shaven when I'm colorful.
Oh, okay.
But when the winter hits, I need to put on my fur coat.
My face has not been clean shaven in years. Seriously, years. I've had stubble for I don't know how long. Every 5 or 6 days, and you guys are just glued to this episode. Oh my God! How often does Darin trim his face? About every 5 or 6 days. And but for my birthday, I got a new razor, and I've been using that over my head. And by God, it does a trick because I used to have one of them little Norelco crap things with the 3 spinners on it. It was just like running a Hot Wheels car over your head. It would not shave your head.
Yeah. If you're currently listening to this and you're thinking, what the have I? What is this? I heard it's supposed to be funny. These guys are supposed to have some panache. I don't know what's going on. You should probably go back and listen to episode 314.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Hey, you know what? I got a message today. We've, at the time of this recording, we have not released episode 315 yet. We are recording in advance in preparation of us taking some time off over the summer. And as you guys know, we never miss a week. So we're trying to have episodes recorded in advance because we love you and we care.
Somewhat, a little bit.
We do a whole bunch.
Kinda.
So, but I got a message today from a fan. Dear Irritable Dad Syndrome, OMG, I just listened to episode 314, probably one of the top 10 best. No, one of the top 7 best. Definitely one of your top 5 best episodes. Wow. Keep up the good work. XOXO, Jim Timmerman.
Jim Timmerman.
Yeah, I don't know why he signed it Hugs and Kisses, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Jim's
Thank
a
you
kind
so much.
man.
He's a big fan of the show.
You know, one of my favorite things of the year,
What's that?
times of the year, and I'm trying not to be presumptuous, but I'm going to be.
Okay.
We have for twice, 2 times, we have been invited to watch the what do you call them? The little scary movies.
Oh yes, the Halloween, not the Halloween Spooktacular. That's what's on the the scary movies.
Are we allowed to say that we do that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah. So Jim Timmerman,
fun.
he invites us every year to be judges in this homemade independent film competition.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are really good, and then other ones, it's like they're inspiring. They're like, maybe I just take my phone out and go boo at it a little bit, and
God love them.
See what happens.
I remember I gave one of the films a 1, and Jim had looked at the results. He thought that I was a little too kind to that one.
There's something.
But you know what? These filmmakers, by God, they're trying. Well, they're doing more than I'm doing. Yeah.
Sometimes they have a good idea, but then they don't have anybody to be in their movie, so they just get the dude next door,
Grandpa,
and they just give him notes like, "You need to be angry," and then the camera's like, "Go." It's like, "Why don't you go f*** yourself?"
You damn kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy that. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Jim Timmerman.
So I got another message from a fan, this time in person. So you know Jason Durbin.
I do.
Yeah, Jason Durbin's been on our show a couple times. He is a patron of this podcast.
He donated some chairs to your last party.
Yes, he did. He donated chairs, tables, and 2 tents. So they were on a vacation.
If I may, Jason Durbin, just to give you guys a visual, looks like he would be the smart sidekick to Indiana Jones in the Indiana Jones movie.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes,
he looks like the guy that would see Indy about to do something and say,
I wouldn't do that, Indy. Yeah. And he's got the best beard.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would murder somebody for his beard. Not really, but yes, I would. So he asked, hey, can you drop that stuff off at the house today? Because I guess he was sick of not having it.
Yeah.
And I said, sure. So I drove over to his house and I had all the stuff. And when I pulled in, his son was there. His son, I've always called him Ethan because I can't remember his real name. Ethan was out there.
Yeah.
And he said, where's your U2 shirt? And I said, it's Mike who wears the U2 shirt. And you know what he said? Same thing. And then he pulled out of the driveway and went where he was going to go. And I was like, he's got a point.
To be fair, you do have a U2 shirt.
I have one, but I wish I bought it in like a 4XL because the one they
was
sold
it the 2017 tour?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
those are so small.
They're sized for like GI Joe dolls.
I know.
I can't wear mine.
I know
from that.
I know,
time period.
and I bought it in the same. I'm not going to tell everybody what my size is, but I bought it in the size of all my other shirts.
Extra largo.
I bought an extra large,
Yeah.
and I swear to God, it's a medium.
Yeah,
it has to be a medium. And so I gave it to my son Jacob, and
it's in Irish sizes. They're small, swarthy
those
people.
Irish are so small.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it's the same thing. Well, that's just great.
I was wondering, thank you, because I was wondering, I saw that on the rundown, and I'm like, what the hell? If we've gotten to the point where Mike wears a U2 shirt as a news item, it's time to... It's time to ride off into the sunset.
That's right. This is our last episode, folks. Couple episodes ago, I was talking about David Sedaris, and he has a new book called The Land and Its People, and I've been raving about how great this book is, and I was telling a story from the book about he and a friend, and they had this conversation about would you eat a tire, and I totally screwed up the story. The premise was, if you had a year to eat an entire tire, would you do it? And that was the premise. And I forgot to leave out the whole time crunch part. And so what I told didn't make any sense. And I almost just cut it out of the podcast. But I also didn't want to do that either because I want to promote this book as hard and as often as I can. So the premise was, if you had a year to eat a car tire, would you do it? And then David said, well, if I had 365 days, I would divide the tire up into that many pieces and then smaller pieces and eat a little bit of it every day. But what would happen if you were a procrastinator and then you just kept putting it off? And then next thing you know, it's the day before and you're like, oh, I got to eat this tire by tomorrow. Yeah. And that's what made it so funny. Well, and that's why I had tears coming out of my eyes laughing. And I explained that to Libby. And then I totally butchered the story.
I got that from the story. I just listened to this yesterday.
You did? Okay. So anyway, but The Land and Its People, you absolutely have to. You've got to either buy it, go to the library and read it, or get the audio copy and listen to it because it is so good. David Sedaris, The Land and Its People.
There's a story that Mark Hamill tells about Harrison Ford when they were filming Star Wars.
It's not that type of movie, kid.
Yeah, it's not that type of movie, kid. And I feel like this is where this hits. If we're at a point where one line ruins one of our stories, I would say, Darin, it's not that kind of podcast. If people really start listening to what we're saying, we're in a lot of trouble.
I didn't think I was getting the point across.
Well, I felt like an idiot because I must have missed that part where it was within a year.
Right,
I think you did a good job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome, the perfect cure for the hiccups.
How was your Father's Day?
That's pretty good. I'm a dad, so
I also am a dad.
Legally required to have Father's Day, and I did jack squat
Nice.
for the majority of the day.
Yeah.
And then probably about halfway through the day, I noticed that, so Bess and I, we have a dining room. When we bought the house, it's an actual dining room. And then that was the first thing we said, was like, well, we're not going to use that for any type of dining whatsoever. We're going to do the dining in the kitchen.
For all your dining needs.
And then the dining room over time became half mine and half Bess's. Now on my side is the computer and all the nerd stuff.
Right.
And on her side is the scrapbooking and, let's have memories about our life and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I toyed with the idea of running duct tape diagonally across it. Now we've had
That's what Ralph Mouth and Potsy did on Happy Days when they split their apartment.
Yeah, and that's kids. If you don't get that reference, ask an octogenarian.
That's right. Ask your grandfather.
So,
Papa, what's
for
Happy
years?
Days?
For years, Bess and I have had basically a Cold War going,
Okay.
where I will, I'm arms are full of stuff. We're bringing stuff home. I don't have anywhere to put it. I accidentally put something on her craft table. A few hours later, I find it unceremoniously dropped onto portions of the keyboard. Not to where it's hitting a key, but just enough to say, I see what you did.
Right.
And I'm one-upping you. And then I'll do the same thing. If she happens to leave notes or a pencil on my side, then I will take it and I will lay it very conspicuously in the middle of all her.
This doesn't surprise me.
This has been going on.
At all.
This has been going on for years. So she got tired of hearing me say, "Can you stop putting stuff on my computer equipment? It's very delicate, and I can't grind my camos if you mess up the settings."
Right.
To which she will say, "Can you stop putting your on my scrapbooking table?
Right.
You're going to flatten the pictures." To which I say, "They're pictures.
They're supposed to be flat.
They're flat." And then she stares at me.
Are they supposed to have like a nice oval curve to them?
She gives me the stare and
By the
she
way,
shakes
Bess,
her head.
I am not taking Mike's side on this.
She
I
does
fear for my life,
the
and
miniature.
I fear Bess.
Maybe Libby has gotten this, and you guys have been married for more than a few years.
Yes.
Over time,
Yes.
the spouse gets this like slight head shake, where you've pissed them off, but they're just, I don't even feel like dealing with it. So I get that thing. There you go. Okay, so what she's been doing is slowly over time, as I leave my around the house,
She's been adding poison
been
to your coffee.
she's been
I'm not feeling.
she's been adding
I'm kinda
bleach to the
oogie.
Keurig. No, she's been putting a small pile right next to the computer. Well, it's interfering with my leg space. So on Father's Day, I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, some of this stuff is nice. It's worth stuff. It's worth things to me. So I'm like, should I go to IKEA and get a shelf and display the stuff nicely? And I thought, it's Father's Day.
Yeah.
What's more fatherly
Then getting a shelf.
than to leave the family at home, go to IKEA, pick out a piece of furniture yourself, bring it home, put it together, and put all your shit on it.
Right.
And I did that.
That sounds like the best Father's Day ever.
And then the kids got a little jealous. They saw it and they're like, "Whoa, what is all that stuff?"
They
And I
got
said,
jealous
"That's the stuff that,"
of
when
a
I
shelf?
shouldn't say jealous. They didn't realize that all this gold mine of possessions were in an unceremonious pile. Now that they're on display,
Right.
Dad's cool.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I went in there the other day and I just sat for a few minutes and enjoyed
I'm just going to enjoy my stuff.
my shelves.
Yeah. And what's on the shelves?
Oh, the Atari. We bought an Atari back in the day.
I have an Atari.
2 Commodore 64s.
Oh.
Some World of Warcraft memorabilia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
I cannot wait to see
everything
your
a
shelf
nerd needs.
as I'm walking out the door. I will check it out. So for Father's Day, I got not one, but 2 Bob's Burgers t-shirts. I'm wearing one now, audio podcast.
Okay.
If you're a patron and you'll be able to watch the video of this, you'll see. And it's the entire Belcher family.
And I assume that's Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Bob, Linda. Then there's Tina, Louise, and Jean. Every time I think that Bob is my favorite, Linda does something that's funnier. And every time Linda does something that's hysterical, Tina will do something that's more funny than that. Louise is hysterical. Jean, oh my God. I can't get enough of this show. I love Bob's Burgers. So I got 2 Bob's Burgers t-shirts. I got a CD, The Best of the Doobie Brothers. It's so good. So good. And I got new cargo shorts to replace the one pair that ripped out at Cameron's graduation party. I'm looking at this new pair of cargo shorts, and I shit you not, on the tag, it says that these cargo shorts have a UPF 40 protection from the sun label.
Yes, science!
We got to worry about that now, like for sun protection?
These shorts offer UPF 40. Now, we have sunblock in the house. Okay, I can get sunburned watching an episode of Survivor.
Yeah.
I have UPF 50 sunblock that I get. I mean, when I put this thing on, I look like I'm a member of KISS. The sunscreen that I buy offers a little bit more protection than these shorts. Doesn't make any sense. It was like, and like we were talking about last week with the ice, right? And all the reasons why this ice is better than that ice.
Yeah.
I think someone at the company is just screwing with us.
Yeah, I think so.
They're seeing, hey, let's see if anybody out there's paying attention.
I did learn something today.
Oh, really?
Literally this morning. It's kind of thrown me for a loop. Did you know that cheap sunglasses don't protect your eyes from UV light? That you could burn your retinas and get the macular degeneration.
Well, if you stare directly at the sun.
Well, but they have like no protection. You will look not directly at the sun, but you'll allow sun to hit your eyes.
Right.
But they're just blocking the visible light. They're not blocking the ultraviolet, the UV
well,
rays.
Great. Now I've got that.
You have to get something that has, I think it says UV 400 or something like that, polarized. And what pisses me off about that is because
bipolarized.
Right. Is I've bought expensive sunglasses before.
And you lose them the second you buy them.
I usually lose the expensive sunglasses. They won't make it through a weekend.
Right. You get those $1 pair. Those sons of bitches you keep forever.
I bought a $1 pair at the Dollar General, as it were.
Yeah.
And they lasted about 3 years.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried that for 3 years I've been going blind.
Well, what's it matter to you when you go to the eye doctor? You don't even tell them if you can see or not.
That's true.
So
that's true. But I thought I would throw this little safety tip out to the.
Gosh, the only time I ever wear sunglasses is when I'm in the pool.
Yeah.
Because the reflection of the water almost gives me a blinding headache.
Yeah.
And so I cannot go in the pool unless I've got my shades on. Plus, it makes me look so cool. So cool.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Frank's Deer Urine. Hi, I'm Dave Lay, and there's no better deer urine on the market than Frank's Deer Urine. Don't ask me how they get it. All I know is you need to get some today. Frank's Deer Urine. Ask for it by name. Now back to you guys in the studio.
I'm not sure how much of this story I can tell, but my mom called me up and she said that she has a hawk in her backyard. And this hawk keeps flying over the house. And she has a little dog, and so she's worried about the hawk. And we think, that it's the hawk that has been killing bunny rabbits in her backyard. Okay. Because for a while, Mom couldn't let her dog out because her dog kept going and digging up the hole where the baby bunnies are, where the puppy bunnies are in the yard. And I went over one day and I found 2 dead bunnies and I had to throw those away. Then I went over 2 or 3 weeks later and I found another dead bunny. So I don't know if it's the hawk or if it's something else.
Plague.
Anyway, well, this is gross. One rabbit was missing its head. So I don't think a plague causes your head to just disappear, right?
I mean, not the more common plagues.
Right. So Mom was asking me if I can help her and do anything about the hawk, and I said, Mom, I don't think I can.
You're not an aviologist?
Aviationist. Yeah, not an aviatory.
A philanthropist.
I'm not a philanthropist, and I definitely knew nothing about pseudomonyms.
And you're not fluorescent either.
No, I am not. And so, but I told her, I said, I don't think we can do anything about the hawk.
I mean, they're protected, aren't they?
They are. So, well, they're also protected.
Yeah.
So they're very protective.
Now you can capture them if you go to a high point, say a mountain, with a cello,
like
Stringfellow Hawk, and play. Then the hawk will start a lazy circle,
right,
and then eventually land onto a attack helicopter, and then you subdue them.
We're getting off track.
Wow.
I went on the Google and I was looking to see what we could do about this hawk, and I typed in the words, "Is it illegal?" Now, sometimes when you go on Google, this is fun. You type 3 words, and then it will auto-finish your sentence.
Yeah.
So I wrote, "Is it illegal?" And the first thing that popped up on Google is it illegal to talk to dolphins?
Yes.
I'm not kidding. The first thing Google thought that Darin Cox wanted to know is it illegal for me to talk to dolphins?
Yeah.
And this quote piqued my attention, unquote. So I went on and I started reading, and it turns out that in the United States, it is not specifically illegal to merely talk to wild dolphin, but the act of communicating often crosses the line into harassment, which is strictly prohibited by the Marine Mammal Protection Act. That's the MMPA. Now, here is what the law means for you in practice. The law on harassment. Under federal law, it is illegal to harass, hunt, capture, or kill any wild marine mammal. Harassment is defined as any act that has the potential to disturb or disrupt the animal's natural behavioral patterns, including feeding, breeding, resting, or migrating. I'm looking up ways to get rid of a hawk.
That's only if the dolphin is too stupid, like he just listens to you, then you're interrupting.
So here is the catch-22 of talking. To verbally communicate with a dolphin, you would need to be close enough to the animal. Now, Mike, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, this is the NOAA. I wonder if they're in cahoots with the MPAA. The MMPA.
Okay.
This dictates that attempting to elicit a reaction from a wild dolphin or approaching them in a way that alters their behavior violates the MMPA. So they're telling me, don't go close enough to this dolphin that's going to alter their behavior.
Well, if they see you, they're going to react immediately, right?
Also, I mean, do these people realize that I'm in Ohio?
Yeah.
There are no dolphins in Ohio.
If you do see a dolphin in Ohio.
Right. Call the cops.
Yeah.
Recommended distance. To ensure you aren't disturbing them, you are required to observe dolphins from a distance of at least 50 yards.
Good Lord.
And here's the penalties, Mike.
Okay.
Violating the Marine Mammal Protection Act, MMPA. That can result in severe consequences. Unintentional violations can yield heavy civil fines, while intentional or criminal violations can result in up to a year in prison and fines exceeding $100,000.
So criminally,
this is for talking to a dolphin.
So unintentionally annoying the dolphin. You didn't mean to annoy him, but if you intentionally annoy the dolphin, then you're going in the pokey.
The cops are like, hey, stop intentionally violating this dolphin's
right to not hear your stupid ass.
Don't alter that behavior. Yeah. And if you want to admire dolphins responsibly and avoid, I wish I was making this up.
I would like to admire dolphins responsibly.
If you want to admire dolphins responsibly and avoid legal trouble, you should always protect wild dolphins by admiring them from a distance. Thank you.
Okay.
Good God. This is the first thing that popped up when I said, is it illegal? So apparently more than one person has asked Google, is it illegal to talk to dolphins?
Wow. Okay.
My question is, what the hell?
We both know that I'm not a sports person.
No, you're not.
I don't know much about sports. I know more than I did.
Right.
But I still am kind of stupid on sports. And I didn't even recognize curling as a sport until a year or two ago. I thought it was just a joke that I wasn't in on.
I'm going to tell you something right now. But say everything that you want to say, but Jim Timmerman is a ginormous fan of curling.
Okay.
So whatever you say, you're going to piss off Jim Timmerman.
So it always looked really stupid to me, right? Right? And I thought, but that's probably because I don't really understand what it's about. On the surface,
Bob Dylan always said, "Don't criticize what you can't understand."
On the surface, it looked like a bunch of yokels with a big stone circle out on the ice,
right?
And then they push it, and then they get they do a bunch of sweeping for some reason, and then the stone stops, and then people. And I'm like, I don't even know how this is a sport. I don't even know how. It seems like it was invented by people who were doing real sports to keep the morons away from them while they did real sports. Here, go push this rock on the ice and then do some sweeping while you're at it to, benefit society.
By the way, I went on Google. It is completely legal to go curling in Ohio.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So then I saw a video about curling and about how people used to cheat at curling.
What?
And in the process of explaining this, they explained that the sweeping. So here's what it is.
Right.
You push this block.
For
whatever reason.
I think it's called the stone.
Okay, you push the stone.
Okay.
And then the people with the brooms are sweeping it to create friction to kind of move and steer the stone. And the cheating came in when somebody invented a broom or whatever that is that does a really good job of turning the stone.
Yeah.
And so then they had to outlaw in curling this type of device because you don't want to be able to control the stone too well and have an unfair advantage.
How was that cheating?
Well, let's take a step further. Who gives it? This is the only topic that I've ever learned more about and gave less of a shit about after learning. I thought, I'm going to learn what this is all about. I'm going to see what the big secret is. And then I hear that. I'm like, really? That's dumber. I already thought it was stupid.
Stupid. Yo, you don't even know what stupid is. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
But that takes it to a whole new dumb level. It's like walking in.
I feel like it made you stupider.
Yeah, it's just. Right?
I don't get it either. I don't. I mean, I don't think it looks stupid. I actually think it looks kind of fun, but I think it's more of a game than a sport.
I didn't know you wanted me to continue to contribute to my own topic.
That's what we do. We paused for a second while Mike chugs an entire 40-ounce bottle of Evian.
I knew at some point I would find out what curling was. Because when I learned some of the inside rules about football and basketball, I'm like, wow, that's cool. You can only get so many points if you do this thing. You get other points if you do this other thing. I know it's very specific. I don't want to.
That's right.
I don't want to confuse anyone.
Right.
But I thought there's got to be some thing about curling that's more than just these idiots sweeping in front of this stone block.
It's a stone or a rock,
and it's not. It's not. It's dumb.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Next.
I think it looks kind of fun. Yeah.
I mean,
again, okay, and boy, I'm going to
You're really trying to not offend Jim Timmerman.
No, I'm going to piss off the 8 people in Ohio who actually go curling.
Like they're not already pissed off.
I don't see where. Again, I don't see where it's a sport. It looks more like a game because I'm trying to figure out where the athletic part.
Okay.
Like billiards.
Yeah.
I don't think billiards is a sport. I think billiards is a game.
Well, here's the thing.
So I akin curling to billiards.
You actually made a good point. Every sport, you can point to an activity that the sport is making a game out of. Like you could argue that football is kind of like making a game out of war or like, gaining yards either way, like a battle, like a back and forth. Baseball is, accuracy, being able to throw the ball and hit it in a certain
the ball.
Catch it and everybody kind of coordinate.
Right.
And same thing with basketball is all about coordination and working as a team to do a goal.
Right.
And then curling is about some chucklehead shoving a rock and everybody sweeping like it matters.
Like, is shuffleboard a sport or is it a game?
It's a thing that they put on the beach so the kids would leave their parents alone.
For 5 minutes. Yeah. Leave me alone for 5.
Go push this puck onto a grid. What do the numbers mean? Who cares?
Who cares?
Just push it.
If you do it, you win. And you're the best one at it.
But, there was probably some sand on the shuffleboard court that day, and some dipwad went out there with a broom and started sweeping it.
Right.
And somebody's like, oh my God, a new sport.
Light bulb.
Let's put some ice down, and now we're curling.
And I don't know where the word curling came from.
It comes from you're moving, you're changing, you're curling how it moves. I don't know.
The thing should be called sweeping.
Or cornering.
Or
turning. They probably didn't even care enough to, well, that's a whole different sport. They probably didn't even care enough about it to finish their thought. The guy was probably trying to say cornering, and he was in the middle of taking a drink of water, and it came out curling. And they said, really, curling? And he's like, yeah, whatever. Just write it down. Let's go home. Have a pizza.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Datsun and your local Datsun dealer. Introducing the B210. It's Datsun's most inexpensive car, but still has all the comfort and quality you would expect. Let the interior pamper you with elegance. Check one out today, and you'll see, at Datsun, we are driven.
So I texted you today.
Yes, you did.
You have a dude that disappears vehicles.
I've got a guy.
You got a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy.
He's like the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
That's
he just
right.
comes and he just makes the problem go away.
Well, he did with my Honda CR-V.
Yeah. So
my Honda CR-V, the engine started eating itself, and I was told that the engine did not have long to live. And I showed it to Jason Durbin and Dave Lay, and those guys know way more about cars than I do. And they took one look at the engine and said, get rid of it. Yeah. Get rid of it.
So longtime listeners will know that we're never going to get a Kia sponsorship.
Never.
Because I've been giving... and
they guzzle the oil.
We pointed it out. I didn't have a Kia when the podcast started, and And
now you don't.
Well, I have a Kia. That's the point of what I'm talking about. When it was dying... I took it when it got its when the doctor says time of death is whatever.
Right, you got the certificate.
When I got the certificate of death, I told him just leave the key fob on the ground in the car, and I'll pick it up whenever. Mm-hmm. Left it there a week, came back. You could see the key fob from the road. Right. And I laughed myself silly because nobody took it.
Nobody tried to steal your car.
Yeah. So I brought it home, and I've been trying to get rid of it to Carvana, to these places that buy car, all this stuff. And then when I finished telling them about it, they're like, we're good. You good. Just hold on to it.
So did you call my guy?
I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to call him probably tomorrow.
Drop my name.
I'm going to drop your name.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you ever wanted to know, if you're doing research on cars, and you want to know my feelings on Kia, you can listen to...
You can reach out to Mike directly.
All the past episodes, or just type Kia into our search bar. But I guess I'm adding more information to that database, and it is resale value.
Yeah.
None.
Oh, fun. Mm-hmm.
I still have 3 quarts of oil in the back ready for usage.
Warning, this portion of Irritable Dad Syndrome contains sensitive material and is for mature audiences only. Yeah, right. Like any mature people listen to this crap.
I got a message, and actually this is from your wife, and I'm going on vacation here in a few weeks, and whenever I'm on vacation, we're going on a cruise. Okay. The last time we went on a cruise, we knew that our room was small. We didn't realize how small. You know the old joke, I had to walk out of the room to change my mind?
Yeah.
The room had, there's one double bed in it, and the walls came directly within an inch on right or left to the bed.
Wow.
And then 2 monkey beds came down from the ceiling. Okay. Yeah. So, and those are 3 or 4 feet above where Libby and I were sleeping. So the 4 of us are in this one room, and we were laughing about it because, again, we knew it was small. We didn't know how small. So there's this room, and when you're on a cruise, you're basically in there to change clothes and to sleep. And the rest of the time you're on excursions, you're at the pool or you're at the buffet. At the buffet. So when we're in a room this small, and actually, like the last time you and I went to a concert that was out of town and we stayed Mike and I shared a room. Is 2 different beds if you're counting. I will go to the lobby and use the bathroom because I don't like people listening to me use the bathroom. I just don't.
Okay.
So it reminded me of this when I got this message from your wife. It said, I would like to apologize to anybody who went into the lobby bathroom at the Home 2 Suites in Montgomery, Alabama after 9:20 this morning. I'm traveling with my friend Chris. He was taking a shower when I woke up, so I jumped in the elevator and headed downstairs. Some people saw me run into the bathroom. A lady at the Continental Breakfast made eye contact with me as she was grabbing a muffin. She shook her head, looked down, appearing to pray. Yesterday, I ate 3 pounds of ribs, 1 pound of boiled peanuts, and an overripe banana for a quick trip. That banana was 1 day away from banana bread grade. What happened in that bathroom was not okay. If I could take it back, I would. Sometimes I wish I had a time machine so I could go back to yesterday and knock a couple of those ribs out of my hand. Maybe I could convince myself that I don't need a large cup of Cajun boiled peanuts. It's hard to tell who you are as a person until you're put into a situation that you can't control. I couldn't control what happened this morning. You never know yourself until you're putting this situation. That's out of your control. Once I sat down this morning, there was no going back. I'm different now. And everyone who came into that bathroom after me, they are different too. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. This was a message sent from Sam Miller to his fans.
Okay.
So Sam, and this it went viral, so I didn't just flat out openly steal this. But when you go on vacation, if you're sharing a hotel room with somebody, you go to the lobby.
Yeah.
You just do.
I've got a story for you.
Okay.
A friend of ours, I was at his fiance's house. They were having a what's that called? An engagement party.
Okay.
So I was at his fiance's house. The whole family was there. She had a huge family.
Okay.
Okay. And they were having a lot of Mexican food.
Oh, dear God.
Which normally doesn't affect me like this.
We had a taco bowl party at my son's graduation
But
party.
I had also done a fair amount of drinking the night before.
Okay.
And also eating Mexican food that whole day. And the old poopy bug hit me.
Okay.
And I had to go use their bathroom. I wasn't planning on pooping in their bathroom, but it's one of the, you ever, and not to get too disgusting, but you're peeing and you realize, oh, more needs to happen here.
Right.
Right. So I turned off number one.
This is what we trained for.
Yeah. Spun around and started to offend the room in every way possible, but it all went into the toilet, right?
Oh, well, that's
But there was a lot of splashing.
Okay.
There was a lot of. I
apologize. I started this. Oh, your wife started this.
It was not pretty in there, right?
Okay.
And then I had to use a fair amount of toilet paper to contain the hazards. And in retrospect, before I pushed the flush, I should have checked to see if there was a plunger. Because every once in a while, you'll have one of those where you've had to use more toilet paper than normal to cleanse yourself. And then it starts to come the other direction. And you've got to, we have an episode where I talked about fist plunging once.
Did.
Yeah,
you did.
I now do that in emergencies.
I'm real sorry I brought this up.
I flushed the toilet, and the water, if it can still be considered water, started coming the opposite direction. And it went up to the top of the rim, and I had a brief moment where I was like, maybe it won't, and then it did. It spilled over the rim, all over the floor of their bathroom.
Oh, my God.
And I saw a solid chunk
You saw the angel of death.
and splat down on the floor in the middle of it. I almost started crying.
We can't put this on the episode.
I made sure my pants were up, and I went out, and I ran into like one of the family members, and I said, something awful happened in there and it's overflowing. And they went in and
you brought somebody else in.
They were right out the hallway. So then they started calling for help, yelling for assistance. By this point, I'm out of the house in the backyard again where all the food is, trying to look inconspicuous.
I would have gotten in the car.
They got it
driven
all
to the airport.
They got it cleaned up. She said, I apologize profusely to to the fiance, and she said it's okay, but I could tell it wasn't okay.
No, it's not okay.
It was not okay.
By the way, I'm Mike.
Yeah. And that's why, to bring this full circle, I have brought the fist plunge method. I'd never even considered doing that before, but now it's in my armament if anything like that ever happens again.
Well, I told you when Mom moved out of her house in Tennessee, we were doing a final walkthrough of make sure we didn't forget anything else. And I went to the upstairs bathroom, and I think one of the movers had it was the same situation. I'm like, well, I can't just leave it.
You can't just leave a turd in there for the next tenant.
No. It was more than it was.
Oh,
so I had to go and
buy.
They
expressed themselves.
That's why I bought the Beehive Max.
Okay,
and I had to take care of that before, because I think mom might not have got her money for the house.
This portion of our show is brought to you by the Corky Beehive Max Toilet Plunger, the world's most powerful plunger. Hi, I'm Dave Lay. Are you tired of breaking your back trying to unclog a nasty, impossibly blocked up toilet? Well, stand back, Troy. Do I have a product for you? The Beehive Max Toilet Plunger fits all toilet brands, including Kohler, with no splashback and powerful clog removal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why the hell do they call it the Beehive Max? Well, it's because this plunger actually looks like a beehive. It's quite brilliant, really. Run out and buy one for every bathroom in your home, because there's nothing more embarrassing than having company over and having to yell, "Hey honey, can you bring me the plunger?" The Corky Beehive Max Toilet Plunger, available everywhere quality toilet repair products are sold. Now, back to the show.
Libby and I went on a date. We went to see Disclosure Day.
No spoilers.
The new Steven Spielberg movie.
No spoilers.
I really enjoyed it. Libby really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was old school Steven Spielberg. I won't spoil anything, but there was a scene in it that was so much like something that you would see with Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Tommy Cruise in Minority Report. There were so many Steven Spielberg-isms that just, it's like, God, do I love Steven Spielberg. But here is my rub with the movie.
You know, Bono's daughter's in the movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Eve Hewson.
That's who she is.
Yeah, that's Bono's daughter.
Oh, okay. She was great in it. She was absolutely great in it. I got really pissed off at the movie, and I hate when people do this. And this is much like, my wife is a nurse, and when she's watching a movie, and if they're doing CPR and they're just footing around,
whoa, okay, yeah,
call it. You know, nobody does CPR the way you're supposed to do CPR. Very rarely do you see people do that, and they get Libby's approval. Okay, so Emily Blunt, she is I'm not going to call her a meteorologist, but she was doing the weather on a morning television show in Kansas City, Missouri. And she was at her home, and she was saying, "Oh my God, I'm running late. I have to get there." And her boyfriend or husband or whoever, he's like, "Oh, you got time." She goes, No. I have to be there exactly at 7:23. You don't know. I've got to be there to go on air exactly at 7:23. And this is where I call... Okay, when you're going on the air at 7:23, now keep in mind, kids, I've worked in television for over 30 years. I've worked at 4 different TV stations in Johnson City, and 2 in Cincinnati, and in Dayton, Ohio. And when you go on at 7:23, that means you're doing a cut in, okay? The meteorologists and the news anchors do the morning show. They're often there at 1:30 or 2 in the morning to prepare for everything, all the news and the weather of the day. And then they do their show from 5 to 7. And at 7 o'clock is when they go to the Today Show or Good Morning America or CBS This Morning. And at 7:23, Al Roker will say, "That's what's going on in this part of the world. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods." And then they go, "Thanks, Al. It's great here in Kansas City," you know, whatever. So the person who goes on at 7:23 doesn't roll in at 7:20. which is what Emily Blunt did. She drives up, she leaves her car right in the middle of the road and walks in and like, we thought you'd never get here. And then she walks over and the chick starts putting makeup on her, which, no, you're not going to get makeup at 7:21. And then as she's walking over and they're putting the microphone on her, this guy goes, it's partly cloudy, breezy, and mild. There's a chance of thunderstorms Friday, whatever. No. No, it's irresponsible for people to think that that's what these meteorologists or weather people do. And I was like, here's the message. Steven Spielberg, do better.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You'd think that I was a meteorologist, but I'm friends with so many people who do that. They are there from 3 or 4 in the morning preparing the forecast, and they don't just walk in 2 minutes before they go on the air.
Do you think you could crawl down out of the middle of Steven Spielberg's ass? I'd appreciate it. I really would.
I really would. Get off my ass. Well, he should know better.
He makes movies. He ain't in the TVs.
But his job, Mike, is to find out all about. Do you know how much he learned about Abraham Lincoln before he made the Lincoln movie?
Yeah.
He didn't just say, "Oh, just cast anybody and put a hat on him."
That's the
He finds facts. He finds out what people do to make his movies realistic, as they can be.
You remember my story about sitting with all those old people watching Rambo, and all the stuff that he did, and then we hit one point where he's just holding the machine gun with one hand, and they're like, "Dad's." That's right. After an hour and a half of him just doing crazy stuff, you just did the liberal arts version of that.
I did.
You did.
Well, many years ago, I went to a movie called Nightcrawler with...
It's about fishing.
No. It's with Pretty Boy. He was in Brokeback Mountain, not
Heath Ledger.
Not Heath Ledger, but the other guy.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
In Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
So he is driving around. There's a car accident, and he pulls over to see what's going on with the car accident. And then this truck pulls up, and this guy runs out with his camera, and he starts videotaping it, and he strikes up a conversation with this photographer. What are you doing? Oh, I'm a stringer. Now, a stringer is somebody who freelances, who goes out and shoots footage and either is under some type of contract or sells the footage to TV stations or whatever. I don't know. Some TV stations do not buy footage, okay? And I don't know. Check local listings on that. But so he decides, you know what? I think I'm going to become a stringer too. So he goes out and buys something video camera, Panasonic, and he starts going and shooting. And he goes into this house one night where all these police officers were, and there's been a murder. And he gets all this footage of the murder before any of the other networks come. And he goes to this TV station. Now they're going to go on air, let's say at 11 o'clock. He rolls up at 10:54. And he says, I've got footage that you're going to want to see. So what happens? The news director says, yeah, okay, I'll look at it. And they go into a room and they play this footage. And now it's 10:58. And the news director says, this is our top story. None of this happens.
Yeah.
Now, are there times where there is a new breaking news story that leads the newscast? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, but the news director at 4 minutes before the show isn't going to look at your tape.
Yeah.
And they're also not going to say, here, let me cut you a check.
Well.
You will get that in 6 to 8 weeks. I'm done. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that Cameron had orientation at the University of Cincinnati. And while we're there, I'm talking to someone that works at the University of Cincinnati. And he has a lot of students, a lot of volunteer students that help him out from time to time, who take people on tours and advise on this and answer questions about that. And
unpaid labor,
as it were. Well, he was a little concerned about the future of this country because he said that one day it was raining and he got a text from one of the students asking if they had permission to open the umbrella.
Okay.
He was like, And I said, you know what? Some days I'm worried about it too, but
Rush had to cancel. Well, it started that they'd canceled some shows. They're actually moving them, but for people who are traveling long ways. But let me back up. So Rush is currently on tour.
Yes. I don't know if you've heard, but they've got a different drummer.
They've got a different drummer,
Yeah.
Nika Phillips.
Nillis.
Nillis.
Nillison. Anakin Nillison.
Anakin Nillis.
Yes. So there's G.D. Lee, Alex Liffison,
Yes.
and Anakin Liffison Nilson.
Yeah, and she's replacing
She's a beast.
Neil Burt.
Yes. That girl can play drums.
Well, they're on tour now, and it
Yes.
was has been a hugely anticipated tour.
Mm-hmm.
Getting tickets to this was almost like getting tickets to to Rush when they tour again. It was crazy. I'm just happy that I got us tickets inside the venue in Detroit. But
Darin, good news is we got tickets for the concert in Detroit.
Yeah.
The bad news is they're in our backyard.
But there's tons of videos of people complaining about Ticketmaster and how hard it was to get tickets and all this stuff. And there's people traveling internationally. First off, from Canada, because they're Canadian. Mm-hmm. But there's also people
except for Anakin. She's from Germany.
She's from Tatooine. But then there's people coming from Europe,
and it's hot.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Woo. Wear your sunscreen and your UPF 40 cargo shorts.
Yes.
But that's a throwback.
Oh, yeah. But there's people traveling long distances, and they've already paid their stuff to come in. And now Rush has had to cancel, I think, 2 of the shows so far, and they may have to cancel more.
Why?
Because they got stopped at the border.
Oh,
They did some shows in the Mexicos. And then they were coming back across to Texas, and their tour got stopped at the border. They've got a customs issue. So they have actually had to...
Did they have, Paul McCartney with them? you kids our age will get that.
Just
because he had drugs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he had the drugs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he spent the night in jail.
But I mean, it's like
Paul McCartney.
Of all the reasons, if you spent, some people spent upwards of $1,000 per ticket, and more if you get the scalped ones.
Yeah.
Then the airfare and getting the hotels and all that stuff, and then you find out that it's been canceled because they're down at the border, and I could just see the border control units like, okay, yeah, Rush, whatever. Who are you really?
Right.
And I could see G.D. Lee like, no, dude, look at me.
He doesn't look like a rock star. G.D. Lee looks like a guy who could fix your computer. Yeah. No problem.
And Liffison looks like he teaches at the community college.
That's right.
Every other Thursday. I hope that they... I'm so glad that we're seeing them in like the very non-border. I guess that's border state with Canada.
Yeah, well, they're not going to have any trouble getting. They're on currency in Canada, aren't they?
That's right.
I think everybody knows who they are, except for Anakin. She's from Tatooine.
They're playing at the Loose Moose.
One of these days, we will
we'll expound on that.
We'll expound on the Loose Moose.
Okay, so that's my Rush story.
If you guys knew what happened at the Loose Moose, you would love that joke.
We need to make some Loose Moose t-shirts.
Oh yes, with the
the Loose Moose. With the Loose Moose. So that's my Rush story. I've got a U2 story for the kids. All right.
They're from Ireland.
They are the land of the Irish.
That's right.
So, round about a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, they recorded a new song, Streets of Rage, Streets of the World, Streets of Pride. I forget what it's called. Street of Dreams.
Yes.
And they recorded a video in Mexico City. They also had released an EP on Ash Wednesday, and then another one on Easter, like the week, Good Friday.
Right.
So they're just like throwing stuff out left and right. So then all these rumors started in the U2 fan groups on Facebook of when is Street of Dreams going to release?
Okay.
And so by the way, going to any U2 group on Facebook is just an exercise in frustration, because every other thing is Bono is so dreamy, and then Edge is this, and what does Larry think about chocolates, and then why does Adam Clayton only look out at the left side of the camera, and just the stupidest conversations you've ever.
He does only look that way.
And
does he have a wonky?
And then somebody said they're going to release the song on July 12th or June 12th. Okay. And then somebody else said, well, where did you hear that? Oh, it's somewhere on the internet. And then another U2 group that I'm a member of said, hey, I heard it's coming out on June 12th. And then the groups started feeding off of each other. Within 3 days, it was release parties are being set up.
And
people are excited.
The first release party will be at the Loose Moose.
By the way, nobody from the band or anyone representing the band ever said, they haven't said anything.
Well, no,
right?
Nothing. They never do on the fan pages.
They're just, and not even on U2.com, nothing. Nobody said anything. But the fan pages are going crazy about how June 12th, the new single is being released.
Right.
And we're so excited. And oh my God, and then they started posting, like they found like little 3-second snippets from people in Mexico who had filmed part of the filming of the video and put it up. And everyone's excited. June 12th hits.
Nothing.
No, nothing. Mm-hmm. June 13th, every group is like, who the do they think they are? I am never buying another U2 album in my life. And it was Larry. Larry's the one that said you can't release it because of blah, blah, blah. And this somebody else says, no, Bono's a control freak.
Yeah.
He's the one that said you can't do it. And everybody's like, well, I think Adam was upset because... And they're coming up with all these things. And I'm like, guys...
I heard it was Paul McCartney.
It was Paul McCartney. Guys, nobody ever said that it was going to be out on the 12th except y'all.
I love these. I just love these fan groups because it's so easy to stir the pot.
They get so mad.
It's so easy to, because I was a member of a U2 fan page for like an hour and a half, and I got out because I couldn't deal with it. But
by far, the easiest ones to piss off are the U2 ones. The Tool ones are very easy to piss off, but you gotta be careful there. Rush, you can't piss them off.
They'll cut you in the middle of the night. Yeah. But no, you go on a YouTube page and say, that show they did last night was great. It would have been awesome. Better if they'd played any hits. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And boy, did I learn my lesson.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait for them to go on tour again so that I can get on there and complain that they didn't play Losing My Religion.
That's right.
And just sit back and watch it.
To play Red Red Wine?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh.
They're a lot better since they got rid of David Lee Roth.
That's right.
You know, just ready to go.
This box set is great if it wasn't for all the David Lee Roth music. Oh, I had so much fun when I said that. I don't regret that at all. Guys, we're going to head out. We are so happy that you joined us on this episode. We love having you as fans, and we love that you listen to each and every episode. And we are thrilled. Honest to God, I am just beside myself that our growth just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the episode. Because soon, Mike, we're going to take over the world. Irritable Dad Syndrome conquers the world, and you guys would be responsible for that. If you go to irritabledadsyndrome.com, you can become a patron, and if you go to facebook.org, you can follow us and do all that stuff, and it would make us grow and grow and grow, and we will take over the world. Did I say that already? I think I did. So help us take over the world.
Follow us on OnlyFans.
Yes, that's right. Go to myspace.com/Irritable Dad Syndrome. Go. We'll see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mike Odell, Darin Cox production.
Oh my God. I wish I hadn't brought that up.
That's comedy gold.
It is. Oh, yeah. There's the Loose Moose Family Kitchen. There's a Loose Moose in Toronto. Is it time? Network, not network, a morning.
I was expecting.
I don't, okay.
Everything on my phone starts with a P.
Everything?
Yes, everything.
Boy, that conversation went nowhere. This show goes nowhere. That's our cold open. Okay.
You don't even need me on this thing.
I don't. Oh, guys, we're going to head out. This was fantastic. We want to thank you for joining us. We love having you as fans, and we love having you, and we know...
Have a great day and stay cool.